Hello and welcome. We begin with the new visa clash between the United States and African nations, with Nigeria at the center of the latest controversy. The US government has issued a fresh warning for Nigeria. It says, do not seek a visa for so-called birth tourism. The United States has cautioned Nigerians against traveling to the country with the primary intent of giving birth, a practice known as birthright citizenship. The warning came from the US mission in Nigeria, which said, and I quote, using your visa to travel for the primary purpose of giving birth in the United States so that your child will have a US citizenship is not permitted. Consular officers will deny your visa if they believe this is your intent, unquote. Now, the move comes as Washington tightens immigration controls under President Donald Trump's second term. Birthright citizenship in the US is a constitutional right protected by the 14th Amendment. Anyone born on US soil, including US territories, is automatically granted citizenship, regardless of their parents' immigration status. This includes children of non-citizens, undocumented immigrants, visa holders, and even tourists, giving rise to the practice known as birth tourism. Earlier this year, President Trump signed an executive order seeking to end birthright citizenship. He said at least one parent must be a citizen or legal resident for a baby to receive citizenship.
Absolutely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I agree with this. I concur with this. This is just a way to preserve American values. Yeah, the same values that a lot of people out there claim that America doesn't have. America is just supposed to be this nation where people just run up to in order to get a come up, and then as soon as they get whatever they want, they dip. Nah, those days are gone. There's nothing wrong with this new law. At least one parent must be a citizen, a registered citizen of the nation in order for this to work. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Just a way of preserving American values.
A recent Supreme Court decision cleared the path for that order to take effect, even as legal challenges continue in lower courts. But critics argue that the order violates the Constitution and that ending birthright citizenship would require a constitutional amendment, not just an executive order. Meanwhile, Washington's targeted warning to Nigeria is significant. As per reports, the country ranks fourth globally for birth tourism, with an estimated 33,000 Nigerian women traveling to the US annually to give birth. US authorities are urging Nigerians to follow visa rules, warning that fraud or misrepresentation could lead to sanctions, deportation, or entry bans.
You see, that right there is the key point. Urging Nigerian immigrants to follow visa rules. No one said that y'all cannot come into the United States. They said follow strict visa rules. There are guidelines to follow. There ain't no creeping into the country illegally. How you think you're gonna sneak into the house through the window and think that you'll be, seen as somebody virtuous? No, that's not the way it works. Follow visa rules. That's all it is. That's all it requires.
The warning comes amid a wider immigration crackdown targeting African nations. The Trump administration has imposed travel bans, restricted visa interview waivers, increased visa fees, and expanded social media screening for applicants. Earlier this month, Washington announced that temporary stay visas for Nigerians will now be limited to just 3 months. This falls under an updated reciprocal non-immigrant visa policy, replacing the longer multiple entry visas that were previously available. Additionally, Trump's big, beautiful bill imposes a $250 visa integrity fee on Nigerian nationals and other foreigners seeking entry into the US. Now, this is on top of the standard visa fee, which already costs over $160 in Nigeria.
Like no ish. Nothing good comes easy in this world. Whatsoever, anything good that you want, you got to go on out there and hustle for it. It is what it is. Americans are required to get a visa in order to enter Brazil. I'm just using Brazil as an example now. Similar amount. The typical visa fees, and then you now have government fees, and then you now have the expedited fees. and the 1-2 day delivery, all that, yes, it's normal. It's normal. And the average amount you pay is like what, $180. So yeah, it costs money. Everything costs money. Nothing is for free.
Meanwhile, Nigeria is reportedly among 36 countries facing potential expanded travel restrictions under the Trump administration. The current travel ban includes 12 nations, including 7 from Africa. With visa rules tightening and birth tourism under watch, Nigeria finds itself in Washington's line of fire once again. Now, to break this down, what this means for the country, we have with us on the show Dr. Ambrose Igboke, an international affairs analyst who is joining us live from Enugu, Nigeria. Thank you for being with us, Doctor.
Thank you, Alison, for having me on the show this afternoon.
Now, what factors have led to Nigeria being singled out in this renewed U.S. advisory? And how significant is the issue of birthright citizenship among Nigerian travelers compared to other countries?
Well, I would like to trace the history of Nigerians flocking to the United States of America. Nigerians in the 70s and early 80s were not bothered about going to the United States. We were more interested in the 70s in going to the UK and then the Soviet Union then.
It makes sense. I mean, y'all were colonized by the British. Y'all were colonized by the UK. Definitely, y'all got y'all mannerisms from there. Everything about y'all screams UK, 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 UK. Of course. I mean, hey, no surprise.
Then later in the 80s, UK, we're not interested in visiting the United States of America for anything until sometime in the late 1990s. The American government itself introduced what they call the DVC visa lottery, which was actually begging Nigerians, especially professionals, to migrate to the US to take care of the scarcity of human resources and personnel in the United States. So that ushered in this drove of Nigerians moving to the United States. So it was the United States government that invited the Nigerians. And over the years, it has been going on. When the United States in a couple of years turns around and start making it look as if they were not the ones that begged us to come to the United States, then it baffles logic.
Okay, first off, come off your high horse. Come off your high horse. You see, this is that sense of pride that a lot of y'all from that side of Nigeria got. And I know y'all. I definitely know y'all from the east side of Nigeria. I know the blocks. I know the blocks that make the east side, the Igbo tribe. You're an Igbo man. You're from Enugu State. I know. Abia, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, and Imo. I know. I'm aware. Nobody begged y'all to come to the United States. Y'all were not begged. Y'all were just offered a free opportunity to help yourselves. That was what happened. Y'all were not begged. America doesn't get on their knees to beg anybody. We don't beg no one. So for you to say that the United States got on their knees to beg Nigeria, nobody begged Nigeria. Come off your high horse. Come off your high horse. Talk about baffles logic and stuff like that. Of course, United States of America is definitely a nation that gives opportunities. That's why it's called the land of opportunity. It's the land of opportunity to those who want to cherish it and make something out of it. Give themselves a shot. So, and besides, don't speak like it's only Nigerians who have a say when it comes to hard work here in this and that. The Mexicans too. Matter of fact, the ones with the highest reputation of hard work over here in the United States is Mexico. So yeah, come off your high horse. Yeah, come off your high horse. The only thing baffling is your illogical rebuttal.
Also, a lot of Nigeria, because of the situation of the country, are very, very interested in going to United States because of the exchange rate. Because the naira is very low in terms of value. So when you get a few dollars and you translate it to naira, it becomes big. So that is why some other believe the United States of America will be a better future for their children. Those are the driving forces behind trying to have children in the United States.
This stuff is way bigger than some sort of exchange rate. It's bigger than that. Call it what it is. Call it for what it is. It's not just the exchange rate. Okay? That's just a part of it. I remember back in 2005, 6, 7, $1 was 100 naira. I remember that time. Right now, $1 is now 1,500 naira. And why is it that way? It's that way because of what? The corruption. Talk about it. You're only identifying the consequence of the problem instead of identifying the source. Why is it that the nation is in shambles and it's in tatters right now? Y'all fight so hard to get in y'all's political seats to try to, quote unquote, inspire change. But it's always every man for himself, trying to look for ways to loot money. Y'all keep talking about this whole trying to build Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria will be great and this and that. How long? All I hear y'all do is not y'all run into them churches and then y'all praying. You pray. As soon as you're finished praying, it's back to square one. Yep, let me siphon all the money and keep it to myself. Me and my family. That's it. Me, my generation of that's it. So the reality of the matter is that y'all are not even at war with America. Y'all are at war with yourselves. That's the reality about it. Yeah. No more free candy. No more free candy. Right now, a premium has been put on it. You can't handle it? Is it valuable if it's always given for free? No. No. And you get whatever y'all want. You run back to Nigeria and now start talking nonsense about America. Talking about America ain't got no culture. America's this. America's that. America's whack. Y'all say the most slanderous things about America, but you want America to cater to you like you the best thing since sliced bread? Piss off.
Right. And how does the shift to single entry, short validity visas affect legitimate Nigerian travelers, such as students, business people, and tourists? And what are the broader diplomatic or economic implications?
Well, for me, I think Nigeria should start seeking other alternatives for overseas trip or overseas relocation. United States of America seems to be saturated by immigrants, and one of the promises of Trump during his election was that he was going to scale down on immigrants. So this is going to affect the United States because they make a lot of money from foreign immigrants, from students, from the workforce, from tourism, and Nigeria's capacity to spend money in dollar has actually made the United States of America a destination for many people who are either migrating or going to school or doing a lot of things. America will lose. Nigerians should seek alternative places so that they can seek greener pasture.
Yeah, talk about entitlement right there. But are we really losing? Are we really losing if we're putting boundaries on people who just want to tap in and just take whatever they want for free and just bounce? What are you talking about? Do I have to school you? Do I have to school you? America is the richest and most powerful nation on earth. You heard? Whether you want to believe or not, and this and that, whether you want to agree with this or not, your feelings are not valid. America is the richest, the most powerful nation on earth. America is the world power, superpower. Yes, let me re-educate you. Yeah, but since you're mouthing off with emotions and that clearly don't make any sense and are just totally irrelevant, for the most part, this stuff. So y'all have been saying this stuff for the longest time. You bitter people in Nigeria have been saying this stuff for the most, especially you Igbos, Yorubas, Hausas. A lot of y'all say this stuff all the time. Oh, America will lose. America will lose. America will lose. With the system that America is built on, America is structured in, America will never lose. That's just a pipe dream that will never come into fruition. Give it up. Seeking greener pastures. Why don't y'all fix y'all's own nation? Why don't you fix Nigeria? Y'all are the ones who claim y'all have the power. Why don't y'all fix Nigeria? Clean up Nigeria yourselves. Ain't it funny how y'all have green on both sides of the flag, but greener pastures are nowhere to be found? Ironic, right? America will always be a destination for many tourists around the world. So even if y'all freeloaders choose not to enter, we have people from different parts of the world. Go to Miami, Florida. Go to Florida. Brazilians are there. Colombians are there. Italians are there. Germans are there. French people are there. There are nations, Europe, South America, that are there. Like, people are there and they're having a good time. California, even in my beloved state of Texas, same thing. So if this actually puts some sort of a thing to try to make y'all not want to freeload off of us, that's a win for us.
And then the federal government of Nigeria should make sure that this country is better so that we don't have people trying to leave. When you talk to a lot of young people on the streets of Nigeria, what comes to their mind was just they want to move out. They want to. There's a balance language we use called Jakba. Jakba means it's a Yoruba language that means I want to run away. So this is a very sorrowful trend, and that is because the country itself has been suffering from a lot of economic hardship.
Ah, you finally said the quiet part out loud.
But if Nigeria can take time to resuscitate its economy, most Nigerians in diaspora don't even want to leave. It's the economic hardship that's making them leave. Most Nigerians love their country and they want to stay back.
Right. And from a legal and ethical standpoint, how does the US government justify targeting birth tourism? And what are the potential human rights concerns or international law implications of these visa restrictions?
Well, I think it is not good at all because the international treaties, multilateral treaties and the rest encourages free flow of movement for global citizens to move around. And America is trying to block that. And it's not good for international access to some other countries. Also, the issue of the Constitution is also a big problem. Is it within the rights of the previous president to make such an executive order, which is a contrast to which contradicts the Constitution of the United States? I'm thinking that lobby groups, people who are affected by this, can challenge them in court. So let's have pronouncement from other courts and see if this law, because it's an obnoxious law and it does not in any way promote the humanity that the global search for unity is driving at. This is a dividing humanity, and it's not good at all for a global human space that we're trying to create.
Divide humanity? Honestly, y'all use the most obnoxious words. Like, y'all have a treacherous choice of words whenever y'all want to explain things. Divide humanity. Because now we're putting rules and regulations and laws for people to follow in order to preserve American values that divides humanity now? See, right? Yeah, this goes for you, people in Nigeria, and also South Africa too. Yeah, this goes for y'all too. Y'all need to pipe down. Really. I know I'm aware of the nonsense that you people talk about the United States. You have a lot of hateful words to describe America and this and that. Y'all are the most xenophobic individuals on there. Y'all practice tribalism. Y'all practice xenophobia. Y'all practice all measures of division. You know? Y'all can't even get along with yourselves. But we're the ones who are practicing division? Oh, wow. Talk about removing a speck of dust from someone else's eye when you got a 2x4 in yours.
Right. Doctor, as always, great to have you on the show. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Alison, for having me on the show.
Okay, so to conclude all this is this. This is how I'm going to conclude this video. Y'all need to focus on yourselves. Stop looking for people to leech off of. Y'all spent your whole lives calling America leeches. America's this, America's that, America's whack, America's trash, and this and that and the third. Y'all have absolutely no smoke for other nations in the world that require visa for y'all to enter. Yeah. America didn't throw a fit when Bolsonaro of Brazil finally, threw down this law that, yes, every American must earn a Brazilian visa to enter the nation. Yes, it's part of what preserves the value of Brazil. I don't have mine yet, but I'm going to get mine soon. So now y'all are mad because America is doing everything and it's possible. But y'all say stuff like, oh, you were born in America. Just because you were born in America, that doesn't make you an American because your parents are from Nigeria. So if your parents are from Nigeria, you are a Nigerian. You were just born in America. You're just an American by birth. Now, since that stuff is now being combated, this is proof that any kid who was born in the United States of America is an original American. Joke's on y'all. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. If you got a glass jaw, you should watch your mouth.